Hey everybody, my name is Ed. Okay, so we're gonna do another comic book haul. The day after I shot the last comic book haul, this came in the mail. Unknown Soldier by Garth Ennis and Killian Plunkett. This is a Vertigo recreation of characters from the late '90s, early 2000s, late '90s, '98. Okay. I actually have already read it. It's really interesting, really good mystery espionage type story, kind of set against the backdrop of several of America's wars or whatever. And it was a pretty gripping, pretty solid story. So we might talk about this maybe in the near future. Yeah, as soon as I think about how I want to talk about it, what I want to say about it, but really interesting, really good story here. All right, so getting into the newer comics for this week's haul. So we got Gods #1, Jonathan Hickman and Valerio. I never know how to say his name. Shatai, is that right? I guess I could look it up. I should have looked it up before I started, but all right. Okay, so it had something to do with cosmic powers and magic and some stuff. I know it's a bunch of new characters, and I think they interact with some of Marvel's older magic characters and whatnot. So I'm interested in seeing what this is going to be. It's actually interesting seeing on the internet how a lot of people were kind of put off by the price. Um, and it says something about the market, about how a lot of people just really aren't willing to check out new stuff anymore, just because of, like I said, how the market's going and how expensive comics are. I mean, in a way, it makes sense. This is it's a $10 comic, but it is double sized. I mean, you're basically paying what you'd be paying for, I don't know, 2 issues of the Mighty Avengers or 2 issues of the new Uncanny X-Men or something. But okay. But aside from that, yeah, I'm interested in seeing what's in store here. Okay. Hey Kids Comics #3. I think it's actually it's wrapped up by now, but I'm just now catching up. So here's #3. Here's issue 4. Howard Chaykin, and this kind of dark look at the history of comic book publishing. Some of the characters are completely fictional, but a lot of the characters, if you know something about the history of comics, a lot of them are, parodies of real people and whatnot. So this is Avengers #4 with an Alex Ross cover. Okay. All right. Silver Surfer Ghostlight. It's a Silver Surfer comic, but it really seems like it's a backdoor pilot for this character here, who is a guy who was in one issue of the Surfer, uh, the first run back in the late '60s or early '70s or whatever. But it's okay. It's fine. Okay. Going backwards now. Master of Kung Fu number #5. This is Marvel Max. This is Doug Moench and Paul Gulacy. This is Killraven #1, Marvel Knights version. And I know the artist was a guy who did this series in the '90s called Cry for Dawn, late '90s, early 2000s. Okay. So interesting art. And speaking of interesting art in Killraven, here is Alan Davis, Killraven, #1. And then here's #2. And getting back to some Doug Munch, Masters of Kung Fu, 45. Paul Galassi. This is the first one from the 70s. So 45. This is Gil Kane cover, I'm sure. And then here's 48. The Bridge of a Thousand Dooms. Okay, and then we've got Swamp Thing, Green Hell, #1. And then finally #3. And I already have #2. I bought #2 a couple of months ago. And so now I can finally read the whole story. All right. Okay, so that's it. I got to thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Thanks.